done. And intro.
Back from the dead.
What's up everyone, my name is Angel and I am outside with my new tripod, and I know this video is super uber duper late. I am so sorry! I'm sorry. But I wanted to do a video outside because I love nature. Even though I have a fence in my background, you can't exactly see everything, so that's okay. Today I am talking about horrible summer stories. I am not advertising this, I'm just drinking it. So, let's start off with one summer. I decided to make a bunch of money so I can enjoy my trip to Florida and have a bunch of money to spend at Disney World, because this was my first trip going. And it was amazing going, besides the fact of having stitches in my finger. Now you may be wondering, how the heck did you get stitches in your finger? Let's go over the fact that I was not a very smart kid, and I decided to use a mason jar to clean up some rocks off of my patio and whatever it is. And I started to fall, and I literally leaned down on the jar so much that I put enough pressure in it to split it open in my right hand. So at first I don't realize my hand is bleeding until I looked down at it and felt nothing, and saw I was gushing out blood. And I'm sitting there screaming, "Dad! Dad!" And so my father comes running by. He's like, "Oh my God, you're my child after all." And we run inside and start trying to stop it from bleeding, and it's still literally bleeding. It continues to bleed and bleed and bleed. And I'm sitting there crying as my dad tells me, "Oh, we may have to go to the hospital, get you stitches." I'm sitting there freaking out, about to have a panic attack at like 10 or 12 years old. And I'm hearing that I have to get stitches for the first time, which scares the living crap out of me because I hate needles. And I don't really like doctors because mainly I don't have to go. If I don't have to go, I don't want to go. So I have to get stitches. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my God, no, 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 no." I'm crying. And my brother is there, and he's just a jerk. He's a jerk. So he decides to start calling me a baby and curse at me and tell me to go F myself, and I'm only 10 or 12, and yeah. That was miserable. So my dad starts screaming up, and I'm sitting there thinking I'm already in a horror film because my freaking hand is bleeding more than I can ever think was possible. And my dad stands up and starts cursing at him, saying he's an effing idiot. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, my dad said the F word for the first time ever. And that was just really weird. I'm sitting there. I didn't like it. So we get there, and I have to get stitches. That was really bad. Oh, who's here? I'm not here. So, just wait. I'm not here. Don't see me. Oh my God, I think that's, oh, the snake. So we get to the office, and I have to get stitches, and we're getting the stitches in my finger, and this lady just kind of continues to give me attitude, and I'm sitting there freaking out because I didn't know what was gonna happen, and yeah, I didn't like it at all, and it was very scary, and yeah. So yeah, and I went to Florida, and I had to have freaking bandages and all this fun stuff in my hand during all of this, and yeah. And then I experienced a cockroach for the first time in Florida at a pool, and it was really big, and my dad kept telling me that was just a baby, and I kept freaking out, and I didn't like it at all. So thank you for listening to my awful rambling on, and I'm sorry for a very late upload and probably a very crappy edit, but I guess until next time, I love you kids. Bye.